Hi guys, it's Deanna and I'm here from Salt Lake City, Utah, bringing you another fun project that we've been working on. I actually have a limited time free pattern for this easy pumpkin quilt block. So I'm going to eventually work this into some other patterns, but until then, this one will be free. So you can go download this one if you'd like, but let me go ahead and show you what it looks like. So we were making on Wednesday this orange gingham pumpkin quilt block. Just very, very simple, I think classy, and it looks modern too. So, and I've been using right here just some gingham fabrics that are black and orange. And I just think these are just really fun and bright and playful, and they just look absolutely awesome. So, but I wanted to show you that on Wednesday, we went ahead and we made some of these, and they are orange and black, but I wanted to show you how I'm going to incorporate them into a table runner now. So, but let me give you just a couple more tips and tricks on the pattern. So the pattern is available for download. If you'd like to download the pattern, just write in Facebook, send me the pattern, and it will send you the link to where you can go find the pattern. And on YouTube, it'll be in the bottom of the description of the video. So anyway, so let's get started. I wanted to give you a couple tips on the construction of the quilt block pattern. It really is super simple, but I have one here that I have just this little block here that I'm going to just show you what to do. And I'm going to also assemble the stem for you one more time for those of you. Hi, Jane. It's good to see you. Hi, Laura. Hi, Linda. It's so good to see you guys. I just missed you guys so much. But boy, it sure is fun making some things that are fall related and to have the seasons change just a little bit. And and we'll also be making real soon, we'll be making a trick-or-treat candy bag. I don't know, will people trick-or-treat this year? Won't that be interesting? So, but we're going to do a trick-or-treat plant bag, and I've got so many other fun things that we're going to do and make. It's just really fun. So anyways, it's all coming along. So let me go ahead and switch the camera so you can see the overhead view, and I will show you a couple tips on this quilt block. So let's go ahead and take care of that. So this is my overhead camera view. I'm going to just square that off just a little bit. This is the free download. So this is available as a download for just a short period of time. I'm going to incorporate these into instructions for some other projects. So like built in as a quilt and built into some other things. The quilt block is really put together in two sections. You can see one section right here as the larger section. We are just taking a square and we're sewing it on the corner of this rectangular block. I am using for my rectangular blocks just an orange gingham right here that you can see. And I do have this available as yardage if anybody is interested in that. And I'm also using a black gingham fabric. So this I've just kind of had sitting here. It looks a little folded as I've been cutting fabric off the bolt. So that is what I'm using. This is also it's a solid green that's called Holly, and I'm using Cloud Solid White that is Riley Blake. So all of those things are at Stitches Quilting. So we're taking this unit of a rectangle, and we are just taking some 2.5-inch squares. So you just have some 2.5-inch squares, and you're going to pencil mark them so that you can have a stitching line on there. And you're just going to kind of mark that on there, okay? And you can see that pencil mark. You could use a Frixion pencil or whatever. You attach this to the corner of your square. So hey, here's another one that is for an orange square. And then you're going to just stitch that on. So I've already done that over here. And I have this stitched on right there along the bottom of this black gingham pumpkin. we are now going to just trim off the excess fabric that is right there, okay, of 1/4 of an inch. So I'm just cutting 1/4 of an inch from that pencil line. And then we're going to press this so that the dark side, so that your darker fabric goes over to the darker side, all right? So, because we don't want colors to kind of bleed through or pop through the white fabrics, right? So now let's go ahead and bring this over, and I'm going to just press my quilt block right. My quilt blocks are finishing at the right size, but I am using, so that is how we're doing that part right there. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to use some sashing strips to attach this to what I already have as a table runner, okay? You guys will have to help me with the layout of this table runner. I'm going to get your suggestions. Should I put them in an orderly way or do something a little bit more random? Give me your feedback on that. But before we move forward, I do want to give you some instructions on the stem, which is right here. So what you're doing, oh, I guess I could show you how to cut that fabric too. Let me go ahead and grab one of these. So you've got this at 3 inches long. Okay, let me go ahead and lay it on my rotary mat so it's looking like 3 inches. And then you're going to take your 45-degree angle that you have on a ruler. So most rulers have got maybe a 60-degree, a 45-degree angle. We are going to place this angle just right over here at the corner of our 3 inches. So we're going to put that 45-degree angle. And you'll also find that you have, if you don't have the angles on your ruler, you will probably have them on your cutting mat. So, and then I'm going to just go ahead and trim off that 45-degree portion right there. Whoops. I didn't catch a thread there. So let me just go ahead and trim that a little more. So you can see I've cut a 45-inch square or triangle off of this rectangle right here. And that is what's going to build the stem. I'm having you cut these just slightly larger. You guys know me. I always like you guys to be able to square things up. But in the diagram on the pattern right here, it shows you how to line these up. And I just wanted to give you one last tip on this before you guys go grab the pattern and start sewing this. But you really want this to sew at about 1/4 of an inch in, all right? So you want this overlap. You want these dog ears is what quilters call this, is these are dog ears. And you want those to just be slightly off the edge. And so you can see you've got about 1/4 inch there where your dog, where this is going on, where this point is right here, where it's intersecting. And that is going to become your stitching line. So it's really important that what you want to do, and let me go ahead and flip this around and pencil this on this back side. Let's put a pin in this real fast so I can give you a good illustration of just some troubleshooting little tips when you're working on this. So I'm going to put a pin right there. You can see how I have these lined up. We have small dog ears on either side, just for anybody that's new. Then what you're wanting to do, you don't need to pencil this because you'll have this on your sewing machine. Let me go ahead and pencil this right. That pin is kind of not making things super, super flat. Let me take the pin off. There we go. Well, I just do this pencil line and it'll be pretty dark because I'm going over it a couple different times. Now, let me go ahead and pin this back together. Now, right there, no, let me line these up though, because this is an important point that I'm trying to make here, is you want to be right where this point is, where this comes, is that's exactly where you want your needle to start. And then you want to come all the way across exactly where this point is at the other end. So let me go ahead and stitch this, and then they will line up right, and you won't be frustrated as you're trying to build these 45-inch seams. Okay? And hang on, I'm going to just line these up. There we go, as I lay down my my foot. There we go. So I want that, my sewing machine needle to be exactly where those two fabrics intersect, where that dog ear corner is. Okay, so there we have it, right like that. It's kind of hard to see closer up. I should have like red thread. And then when you open this up, they won't be off, you know, a little off-sided. All right, so let's go ahead and press this open. But this is how you get your stem. And then always with a lot of my patterns, I like to give you guys some extra fabric. So when you're actually putting this together, you could have your tops of your pumpkins going different directions. You could have your pumpkin be a little bit taller, or you could line this up and have your pumpkin be a little bit shorter. So it's up to you, but it says on the instructions to trim this down to 3.5 inches long. Okay, so but you've got some fun different options there that you can do. So let's go ahead and go back to, let's add this completed quilt block to this table runner. I have here 5 blocks that are on there right now. I have 2 orange gingham, and I like how simple and just clean and modern this looks. And then I have 3 black. It'd be fun to have it be randomized, you know what I mean? And to have them alternate orange, black, but I don't want to be that predictable. I kind of want it to be a little random. So what we're going to do is, as we're building our pumpkins, you guys, this is such a fast sew. I'm just taking a sashing strip, and I'll have the pattern available for you as a table runner. But a lot of you guys will be able to figure this out. But I'm just going to take my sashing strip. You guys could use any fabrics or prints that you have. You may have some beautiful fall prints that you have stashed away and that you can actually put on, you know, and utilize, that you've been kind of hoarding. I think this would be a great project to do that with. I mean, the options are just endless. Or like this, you can use something that are just rather the colors of the fall season, and just kind of build out your pumpkins from there. So I added that sashing strip. I'm now going to add my next pumpkin. You could do no sashing strips. That would be a lot of fun to see no sashing strips in there. I mean, really, you could put a couple of these together to make a pillow. You could do one as a pillow and sash it extra out so that it's even offset and as a throw pillow. What other things can you think of? Help me think of different things that you can do with this really fun basic quilt block. You could make a hot pad. And what I love about this is it's such a basic pumpkin that it would work for really anything during the Halloween season or the fall season. I'm going to add an additional sashing strip on the end. So I think that this will be long enough right now to actually use and utilize. I am going to add a top and bottom sashing strip to this, I think. There's so many different things that you can do. The white color that I'm using is cloud white. And so it's not a super bright white. It's just a little bit slightly off. So let's go ahead and press this now as we've added this in here. Once again, we want our darker fabrics to go to the dark side. So when I'm doing this, I'm wanting this gingham to fold over to the darker side. Let's go ahead and bring that back around. And I want to kind of hold that so it's folding down. As you're constructing the block, you do want to kind of make sure that it's going to the darker side. So right here, I would want to press these so that orange and the black are going both to each side. And then I'll come here on the front and press this. Doesn't this look just really fun? What a great, easy, simple project that we can create that can be just so playful and fun. And I've got a beautiful kind of white table in my dining room that would be so fun on this. I'm going to go ahead and switch the cameras over to the front view. So let me go ahead and show you. So you guys, what would be fun to finish this off, and what kind of, yes, it would be, a red would look like a beautiful apple. You are really right about that. And there's just so many fun things that you can do with this. So you can see I have 3 black ones here. I then have 2 orange and 1 more black one. I thought it would be fun to kind of randomize it and not have it be too predictable. But, of course, predictable is a lot of fun, too. So, anyways, you guys, this is such a super fun, easy pattern. It is free for a limited time. So, go to the link and download it. And it's just a 1-page download. I'm trying to keep it to short 1-page instructions for you guys, so you don't have to use a printer to print off a ton of things. And then it's more of a visual pattern for you, so that you don't have to get really dense and heavy into all the text and everything else that's going on there. So anyways, and with the help of the video, it should go together pretty quickly. I've had so much fun sewing these. I can't wait to layer this. I think I'll put a top sashing on here, maybe some more white, so that my pumpkins are just kind of floating on a white background. And then I'll layer this up and put it together into a table runner. So let me know what other ideas you have. Hi, Vicki. I'm also here in Utah in Salt Lake City. So we are finally getting some better weather here. We had some really bad big winds. So anyways, let me know what other ideas you have or things. What would be a great way to quilt this? Once it's constructed, give me ideas on that so that we can go ahead and throw that together. Yes, brown binding would be really pretty, Laura. You are so right. And you can even have your stems be brown instead of the green. So there's lots of different versions and different ways that we can personalize this and make it beautiful for your home, so it fits just beautiful. And or for a gift, whether it's for a holiday party or for a holiday birthday that's coming up, or for the Thanksgiving time that's coming around. So anyways, it's just nice to kind of feel some seasons and some things to celebrate. So this is our fun things. And remember, during the holidays, we want to have gratitude. So be sure to think of all the things that you're grateful for. I know that I'm grateful for so many things, and I feel like I live in such a life of abundance, as I'm able to have such a fun, beautiful family, and to be grateful for our home and for where we live and for all the other things that are out there. So please feel the gratitude that's out there, as this is a beautiful season to appreciate those things. We'll see you a little bit later on Monday, and we'll be getting this finished up. And I have a leaf pattern that I am working out for you guys, along with some other fun things. So we'll be putting together it. And you guys have a great day. Be sure to get your download and go visit Stitches Quilting. Let me know if there's anything you need or any questions, and I'll go back into the comments and reply. Thank you. Have a great day, you guys. Bye-bye.